Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got the 2023 430i Gran Coupe. This one is in Tanzanite Blue, which looks fantastic. Of course, it's also a premium color over, say, something like Mineral White or Skyscraper Gray. But this one is one of the probably higher spec 430 Gran Coupes you're going to see on dealer lots for store inventory, and it's still missing a few features. So you can see we have the M Sport package, and the Shadowline package. We blacked out the ginormous honeycomb grille. You have the Shadowline lights as well. Lasers are again available on the 430 Gran Coupe, but that's another $1,000 to add to the bill here, which adds up pretty quickly. Our usual roundel. Moving over to the side, we have the really rare style 862. These are BMW individual rims, so it's 862i. They are 20-inch wheels, which add a little bit to the cost of the car, but surprisingly it's not that much. We also have the M Sport calipers in red. So overall, a pretty, sort of like maybe a busy looking design with some aero elements in there. You can see some of the aero there on the sort of spokes, if you can think of it like that. But a pretty good looking wheel and not too uncomfortable. So maybe I should do a little driving video taking the car over to location, which is basically 1.5 miles away from the dealership, on one of the worst roads in Mountain View, El Camino Real. It is atrocious. But the 430i Gran Coupe handled it pretty well, not too bumpy, soaked up those bumps. Make our way to the back of the 430i Gran Coupe. We see we have our gurney flap in high gloss black, our 430i badging in chrome, much more aggressive faux diffuser as well, not quite high gloss black. You can also get the M Performance exhaust on the 430 Gran Coupe, which we've had on the channel before. It's a little bit louder, a little bit more aggressive, but not obnoxiously slow, like you would on past generations M Performance exhaust. All the cracks, bangs, burbles stuff. So here's a side profile of the 430 Gran Coupe. So the G26 chassis, which it shares with the i4, of course. There are some slight differences with the i4. I believe the i4 rides a little bit taller. Let's make our way inside and we'll go over pricing and options on this well-equipped 430i Gran Coupe. So opening up, we have the Cognac Sensitech. It's perforated, which complements the Tanzanite Blue really, really well. Of course, you go with something safe like black. You can even go more aggressive with Tacora or a beige or oyster interior if you go with leather, all which contrast nicely against Tanzanite Blue. The one thing you do lose with Sensitech is, of course, the side bolster adjuster. All right, so on the inside, we still have iDrive 7. This is a 2023 model year 24 for the 4 Series, with the exception of the i4, began production in March, which is when we are filming. So we still have the iDrive 7. The trim is the oak matte wood finish trim. So it sort of blends into the dashboard as well. A little bit of contrast with the Cognac. So gear selector is still here. This goes away for model year 24. But everything else should remain relatively the same. For our M Sport steering wheel, we also do have the parking assistance package on the car. You can also get the driving assistance professional package on the car as well, but you're probably not going to find any of those in dealer stock. All right, so starting price of the 430i Gran Coupe, $45,900. Tanzanite Blue adds another $1,500. Sensitech is included. Shadowline package for another $900. M Sport package for $3,600. And the 20-inch wheels are not bad, so $950 gets you those upgraded size wheels. $700 for the parking assistance package. And then everything else is included. Although I do not see Harman Kardon on the build sheet here, or a charge for it, even though we do have it. So I guess what we're seeing is free Harman Kardon. So not a bad deal. You're saving yourself almost $1,000. So we added wheel locks and floating hubcaps. All told, MSRP of $55,705, and you get free Harman Kardon sound system. So a pretty good deal, I'd say. All right, so let's take a look at the back seat. What's under the hood as well. All right, so big complaint about the 430 Gran Coupe or 440 Gran Coupe is the opening of the rear doors. It's quite a small door. And then you've got the swooping roof line, so you have to take that into account when getting into the car, so duck your head. All right, so this is the back seat view with the moonroof shade open. So again, with the Gran Coupe, knee room and leg room, not a big issue. What is the issue is you'll find this headroom here. So you don't get a lot here. I'd say 5'9" and below, you'd probably be fairly comfortable. But you're going to be up against the headliner there on any bumps. All right, so move to the back and we'll do our kick to open. And for some reason, it doesn't want to open up all the way, even though I set the tailgate to open to its highest position. Which is right there. So you get quite a big opening with the hatchback and pretty decent trunk space or cargo space. There's no extra space underneath here at the floor, so that's all you get. So pretty good size. You do the kick to close. And we'll make our way to the front. So you can take in what's under the hood and enjoy Tanzanite Blue in the sun. Of course, before we get hit with another storm here in California. So underneath the hood here is the B48 inline 4-cylinder 2-liter turbo engine, 255 horsepower and 295 torque. So more than enough you probably need on most days. So I think the 430i Gran Coupe looks pretty good. Of course, we are missing the Driving Assistance Pro package, laser lights, and a few other things, but you did end up with free Harman Kardon sound system, so I don't think we can complain too much about that. But that's it for a quick tour around the 430i Gran Coupe, and we'll see you at the next video.